What's up, everybody? I am here with Intercontinental Champion, the Women's Intercontinental Champion, Lyra Valkyria. How are you?
I'm so great. How are you?
I'm really good. We're dressed to impress. Yeah. Love our outfits. Love our outfits.
Suit thing going on.
Yeah.
I like it.
Thank you. So this is a huge weekend for professional wrestling, and I've seen a lot of WWE talent on Twitter praising coming up from the independents, and especially for you in Ireland. How is it like to now be a champion in WWE and see how much independent wrestling has grown?
Oh, it's so great. My favorite thing is when I get to take this home. You know, I went home as NXT Women's Champion, and to be able to kind of be an inspiration for everyone coming behind me in schools, and just getting to go home in general as champion has been so fun.
And what's some advice that you would give to anyone back at home that wants to do this, wants to get into this lifestyle?
I think it's consistency, but also just self-awareness, knowing what you're good at, what you're not, and not comparing your journey to anyone else's journey, because that's the biggest thing in wrestling is, in a normal sport, you just collect wins and gradually move up, whereas in wrestling, it's so crazy, unpredictable. You could feel like you're going nowhere, and then something massive could happen, you just don't know. So it's consistency and believing in yourself. And I know people say it, it's very people always say believe in yourself, but you really, really do have to, even when it gets bad in wrestling. So that's my advice.
So with WWE working with Netflix, is there anything you're binging right now in Netflix?
Netflix, I always go back for Gilmore Girls. I just started Devil May Cry, which is cool.
What's that one?
It's an anime, and Evanescence do the soundtrack, and I'm a massive, massive Evanescence fan. They just released their first single in a long time, and so that's why it's so cool to be watching that and knowing the soundtrack is cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What's your favorite Evanescence song?
I always loved. Actually, no, I want to answer this right. My Last Breath, I think, is my favorite.
Last Breath? Mm-hmm. That's a good one. But while we're on the subject of music, it's Coachella weekend. It was Coachella last weekend. If you could curate a personal Coachella lineup with 5 musicians or bands, who would you like to see?
Okay, might not fit the Coachella vibe, but...
That's fine. It's your own personal Coachella. Okay, it's yours.
My personal Coachella is going to have Evanescence, Nightwish. This one's going to bounce back on me hard. Nickelback. Nickelback.
No, the Nickelback hate.
They don't deserve the hate, okay?
They don't. They really don't. The memes are funny.
They're
funny.
The
photograph memes,
Mm-hmm. But absolute #1 Nickelback fan. Love them.
I feel like the internet would love that about you.
I don't know.
No, but it's a good karaoke mix with Nickelback.
Yeah, karaoke. Their videos, they're so emotional. They make me cry.
I know, yeah. And that Spider-Man, do you remember the Spider-Man song with Celeste? Yes. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, so good. I love that we connected about Nickelback. It's so great. Okay, so we got 2 more.
Okay. What's so low? I guess Avril Lavigne. Always been a diehard. Let's throw a little fun in there. Bowling for Soup.
Wait, this whole lineup, you thought that it was going to be nobody's taste, but this is amazing. I would go to that lineup.
No, it's very rare I meet people with the same taste as me in music, ever.
Really?
Yeah.
No, let's go together.
Tia Hale in NXT is probably the one person I've ever met with the same music taste.
Really? Yeah. So whatever you play in the speaker in the locker room is just so good, and everybody else is what is this?
No one's handing me the remote. I don't get to put the music on.
I love that so much. Well, have a great weekend. Hopefully you get to karaoke some Nickelback this weekend.
I hope so too.